NXT is that.
NXT
is that.
But even NXT is kind of floundering.
TO5 is like maybe like WCW.
The problem with NXT is nobody stays.
Plateauing. NXT is
NXT, everybody leaves. They leave.
NXT is plateauing
which
because
is why it's not a brand.
It's not a brand.
NXT is
plateauing. You were the one that fucking fought with me. I did the episode.
So I was wrong. I apologize on public thing. I just said it. Orsini is right. I am wrong.
I didn't name you.
Ian is wrong about NXT being a brand.
Be.
He is right.
And
NXT is hold on.
No, it's not a brand.
NXT
is a brand.
It's not a brand.
It's not a brand.
It's not a place where people plan on staying. Period.
You're told when you come in, it's not a brand. Now, here's the problem.
But the way it works, it's not a brand.
Right, exactly.
I mean, on TV, not even behind the scenes.
It's promoted as a brand. Triple H tells people it's a brand.
NXT
but that's because they're trying to sell tickets. It's not an actual brand.
NXT is OVW.
Which is not a brand.
It wasn't a brand.
No, but
I would
but it is a brand in the sense that it is kind of like a mainstream indie show.
Okay, but see, this is another problem because I had this problem with Brandon Lewis because he heard my podcast and he got back at me.
Shout out to Brandon Lewis.
Yeah. Definitely.
Shout out.
He came back at me and said, well, NXT is a brand in the sense of that it has its own entity, like Pepsi or Coca-Cola. When I say NXT is not a brand, I'm not referring to because licensing and ownership. Okay, yeah, in that sense, it's a brand because they sell tickets. It's got its own logo. It's got its own. It's an entity in that shape. When I say brand, I mean a wrestling brand. The way that Raw and SmackDown is promoted as two separate brands.
Like when people are at Raw, they're staying at Raw. There's no other thing past Raw.
Right, yeah.
There's no other graduation.
The only main characteristic that I give NXT that proves that it's not a brand is the way that it's treated. That's the only real differential. If Raw and SmackDown guys could be traded to NXT and sold back and forth, and there would be talent exchanges and stuff, then it would be a brand. Up until that point, it's not. It's a feeder
NXT to me is an introduction brand. If you are coming from the Indies and you want to be introduced,
got to learn the ring.
You want to be introduced to the WWE family, and you want the WWE fan base to know you. You go to NXT, like Ricochet. I'm pretty sure he's going to show up at Philly Takeover.
Pretty sure, but here's the problem again with NXT because the NXT audience and the WWE audience do different things. Because when these NXT guys, I mean, the percentage right now of success when it comes to NXT to the main roster is very poor.
Well, I don't think so.
There have been a lot more not so good transitions than good transitions.
Well, you gotta. That's on the production side of. Imagine you're switching
all
writers completely.
This guy opening this
your whole
fat bag of bugles right now.
Look at this. All your writers are completely changing, so you imagine your character has to change, and you got to get used to it, and it's a whole new ball game.
So talking to the mic.
It's in my mouth.
No, you keep doing this. What you keep doing is because you're fucking
because
rocking.
My ass is full of fat, and it pushes me back and forth.
Full of fat.
You shouldn't say that.
My fat ass.
No, but
no.
NXT is a brand.
I lost my point because you're talking about my ass.
NXT is a brand.
You were talking about your
NXT
ass.
is a main. NXT is WWE's version. NXT is WWE's version of the Indies.
It is.
It is.
But that's the problem. That you can't have a fed of having something where when are they going to leave? When are they leaving?
But
nobody's leaving Raw.
Exactly.
Nobody's leaving SmackDown. Not when is Bobby Roode going to SmackDown or
do,
Raw?
It's between the two brands. It's not to NXT.
There's no higher, combining like they earn to go somewhere else. It's